the latest edition of Tetra Pak's annual event, Innovation Starts Here, held recently in Delhi, brought together the brightest minds and trailblazers of the food and beverage industry in India. This landmark event gave a dynamic platform to industry experts, sustainability thought leaders, innovators, and tech pioneers to discuss the latest trends, share insights, and unveil groundbreaking solutions that are redefining the future of F&B. The event featured a stellar lineup of speakers, each offering unique perspectives on cutting-edge advancements and growth in the F&B industry. Kicking off with a visionary keynote from the MD of Tetra Pak South Asia on innovation as the backbone of progress.
Innovation drives change. And at this moment, this very moment, we are experiencing the slowest pace of change. For over 70 years, Tetra Pak has been coming with breakthrough innovations that is shaping the food industry and the way that people consume food and food is packaged. And innovation is part of our DNA, and it's a legacy that we have been carrying for such a long time. But how about South Asia? We've been here for 4 decades now. And our history is no one else in this region can boast of. We have our facility there in Chakan. It's the most and the biggest advanced site outside Sweden today. It's the only packaging material factory in India that is certified by the Japanese Institute of Plant Maintenance. It's the world-class manufacturing site. And it is also home of our production center for manufacturing food processing equipments. We are very proud to say that now 85% of the equipments that we deliver in South Asia market has been manufactured in this site. It's also the home of our spare parts hub, our renovation center. It is the home of our product development and innovation center. And in the last 3 years, we have developed more than 200 recipes for our customers in the region. And it is also becoming the home of startups to scale their business. And we have been only being able to do that because of you. Because you believe in us, you decided to partner with us. And the challenge we have ahead of us, they are becoming more and more complex. You see, consumers are becoming more demanding. All this legislation change, sustainability, geopolitical tensions impacting our supply chain. Those are examples of forces that are impacting our business today. And I used to say to my team that there are things that we can control and things that we cannot control. And instead of complaining about the things we cannot control, we need to react, because the power lies in our response. And innovation is a way to respond to that. Just a couple of examples to share here. Can I use solar energy in my processing equipments? Can I use AI to bring more productivity in our factories? Can I use also automation to take better and faster decisions in my production plant? Can I use electron beams to remove hydrogen peroxide from our filling lines? Can I redesign my milk production plant in a way that I can get a better footprint, remove equipments having the same quality and the same productivity, or even better productivity? Can I have a packaging material with much more renewable sourcing, with much more paperboard? So today is the opportunity for you to experience these innovative solutions firsthand and to meet our experts that bring this into life.
Next, Gillian Chen from Mintel shed light on the state of innovation and provided actionable insights on balancing innovation and market readiness.
In a study done by the Harvard Business Review, they actually found that a total of 95% of new product launches actually fail, which means there's only 5 small percent of them that become successful. And within this 5%, only 3% of them kind of achieve a form of long-term success. And even after you were successful in launching your product, there's about 90% of these products that require some form of post-launch adjustments. So let's take a look into the state of innovation. So in Mintel, we have a global new product database where we go around 86 markets and collect all of these new new products that are launched in top retail markets. So this is what we collect here. We can see that it's broken down into 2 types, where we have innovation, which is really what are completely new products, and we also collect things like renovation, which include things like packaging, line extensions, any type of reformulation. We capture all of that as well. So here we look in the past 5 years, from 2019 to 2024. And you can see, actually, by 2024, the rate of new products that were being launched is already at 35%, whereas the remaining 65% are actually renovations. And for Mintel, this is the lowest proportion of innovations we have ever seen since we started tracking all of this data in 1996. So if we dive a little deeper into the categories that actually contribute to this, you would see that the food and drinks category is actually one of the lowest rate of innovations that's happened. So let's look at 2007. We had about 50% of innovation launches, and by 2024, we're actually just down to 26%. So the real key takeaway here is that innovation has been slowing down, and it's been slowing down since the early 2000s.
Diving deep into the topic, Jillian Chen highlighted several examples of successful global innovations from product to packaging, underlining how they made it to the Successful Innovations Club.
For Tuk Tuk Chai, it is essentially the authenticity of the product and the way they were able to bring together that cultural fusion in a very traditional tea market like the US and modernize it for the young people that made them successful. For YoPro, they were able to seek out a very unique, untapped opportunity in the yogurt space, and they took forward and is leading the space right now. And it is important to find that actually high protein is not just suitable for people who are exercising, they're actually suitable for people of all life stages and lifestyles. So you know that your children need protein, and even senior citizens, they need protein. So with this scalability that they've created around this category, they were able to become very successful. In the third one, with Vita Coco, the key learning is, of course, to make sure that you know your customers and be able to pivot really quickly and be agile into adjusting to your consumers' needs. Lastly, with Halo Top, it is learning to communicate your benefits directly over your brand when you are a new brand in the market. So great ideas can come from anywhere. The idea is to make sure that you are creating a product and a service that your consumers want, need, and value. Thank you very much.
Julia Lucia of Tetra Pak followed with her talk on the topic Destination Innovation, helping businesses uncover unmet consumer needs and sharpen marketing, innovation, and communication strategies.
Let's go back to the basics of what is a demand space. Let me tell you a situation to illustrate this. When you're alone, it somehow might feel safe to sneak a Red Bull and drink that. When you're amongst colleagues or friends, you want to be much more social. Therefore, you lean in to going and meeting them and having a cup of coffee or having a carton of coffee or a cold drink. And that's what matters when we talk about demand spaces. It's beyond the demographic factor. It's the moment that matters. And while 25% is about demographics, we know that 75% of your choices are driven with emotions and context. And this is how we analyze demand spaces. It's anchored in the belief that needs and choices vary based on the moment with different context. And it's highly effective in all of us understanding much more about why consumers are making choices and then what we can do to help nudge them to the choice that we think is right for them. We surveyed over 40,000 consumers and over 70,000 different occasions to be able to spin this around and then uncover the white spaces. The white spaces are those untapped potentials that we need to take advantage of, where we can see an opportunity to do something slightly different with our product or with our brand to be able to capture that opportunity. In the end, Demand Spaces pulls up 12 different needs or areas, and then we've boiled them down into 6 different occasions or need states: health and sustainability, control, comfort, sharing, enjoyment, and energy. And then it starts to get very interesting into digging into how can we, as an industry, as a category, as a brand, really sharpen our tools to be able to support and drive better business. So there are a lot of very different strategic needs that you can fulfill by using this tool called Demand Spaces. You can revise your category strategy. You can revise your brand strategy. Perhaps it's about a new innovation, or perhaps it's as simple as communication. The product that you're delivering is already fulfilling that need, it's just you need to better communicate it. Maybe it's about understanding the job to be done. What is the consumer really needing out of that moment? Or perhaps it's about an entirely different innovation, or might be as simple as we just need to rethink the channels we're operating in. So Demand Spaces can lead to a lot of good decisions and good business if used properly. And I think we have the opportunity to help a lot of the brands, especially here in India, to be able to pinpoint different things that will help better appeal to consumers and help grow your business.
The event continued with Suprakash Chaudhary of Siemens Digital sharing his insights on the topic, The Future is Digital, revealing the transformative role of AI and automation in enhancing efficiency and reducing costs.
While we have a lot of interesting use cases, especially, let's say, in the food and beverage industry, AI-driven use cases which people are doing, but the challenge is how do I get the data so that this AI inferences that we are trying to draw are giving you the right insight. So the ability to synthesize data, to create synthetic data, and to do that at scale, which will start making these models be able to predict more realistically and more like what you're really looking at, is the whole concept of what we call as the industrial metaverse. And this industrial metaverse is nothing but a realistic rendering of your factory, a realistic rendering of your manufacturing process, realistic rendering of your product development process, not just a digital representation, but also with all the physical, the physics, and the chemistry involved in the manufacturing, the product design, plant engineering, and so on, all the disciplines that are used in the making of the product, or making of the plant, or running the plant, or getting feedback of how people are using your products. So the data, as well as the real physics and chemistry running behind it, a high fidelity model, which allows you to get that feedback and generate the data so that you can work on it to train your models better. So as you start working on it, you get more realistic feedback, more realistic insights into what's going on.
Wrapping up the plenary session, Francesco Failla of Tetra Pak gave a compelling talk on what's next for Tetra Pak to support the F&B industry.
So innovation is really the force that is keeping us relevant. And why we innovate? Well, we innovate because we want to live up to our purpose to protect the food, the people, and the planet. We innovate because we want to make sure that you are competitive in the market. And if you are competitive in the market, we are competitive with you and we win in the market. And then the third reason why we innovate is that we want to deliver a true end-to-end solution for the food industry. And when I say end-to-end is because I start from the processing part of the product, and then I include the packaging, and then ultimately the service part, because it's not just enough to install equipment, but then you need to run that in an efficient way. And again, you will see a lot of these points in the different stations that we will follow. We innovate and invest in several areas. However, there are 5 key priorities that we have identified. First priority is about developing the most sustainable package in the world. And for each of these 5, I will give you a little bit more details in a while. Then the second priority is to develop a connected and smart factory. We heard also from Siemens how that is important, and that is an area that within Tetra Pak we are investing a lot. Then there is the third area, the third priority for our R&D is reducing the total cost of ownership. And this is something that is absolutely necessary to make sure that you can be competitive. And having lower costs will allow you to be competitive. As I said at the beginning, if you are competitive, we are competitive, and we win together in the market. Then the fourth area is innovation to have the proper size and the proper functionality in the packages, because that is something that then will enable you to go out on the market with your product in a package with the right functionality. This is the fourth area, and here in the Solutions 2.0 or 2.0 station, you will see a lot about this innovative package. And then the last part is about developing, high capacity, robust and high performance capital equipment. How we innovate? Well, we'll collaborate with the partners, with the consumer customers, so that we can get access to knowledge and capabilities. And then our priorities are clearly set, those 5 priorities, and it is there where we want to put our effort and share that with you. So thank you very much for your attention.
This landmark event celebrated Tetra Pak's pioneering contributions to transforming the F&B sector. Through immersive walkabout stations, attendees explored cutting-edge solutions, embodying Tetra Pak's commitment to quality, productivity, and sustainability. At Solutions 2.0, the focus was on showcasing end-to-end solutions for new categories like desugared juices and high-protein beverages. Also under the spotlight were categories like ice creams with large chunks and innovations like high-speed filling machines and maintenance units to optimize operational costs. These innovations reinforced Tetra Pak's role as a trusted partner for the F&B industry in India. Connect for the Future brought automation and AI to the forefront. Attendees discovered how digital tools and data-driven insights are revolutionizing decision-making and operational efficiency in today's complex industry. At Design for Sustainability, Tetra Pak emphasized impactful solutions like energy-efficient equipment and packaging made with higher renewable content. Real-life examples of recycled material being used in our everyday lives, all highlighting Tetra Pak's efforts in conserving resources and reducing environmental impact. Finally, Taste the Future bridged the gap between inspiration and execution, walking attendees through the journey from recipe development to market-ready products, all designed to meet evolving consumer needs. As the curtains came down on Innovation Starts Here, the event became a powerful testament to Tetra Pak's commitment to empowering F&B businesses with innovation, sustainability, and cutting-edge technology.